Got it.
Right, hello ladies, welcome to London Bridge Ladies Who Latte online, and we are currently at the restaurant called 1751 at the Hilton, and we have the pleasure of having a buffet breakfast, which I can't enjoy at the moment.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. I've had some fruit, I'm fine. So yes, we're now online. We're testing for the next couple months, testing to see if physical events or online events are preferred. So far, 6 months in the testing, it's still 50-50. We still have people who do prefer both. So we're delivering both, yeah. So we do online at the restaurant, and as soon as I shut the laptop, we do a physical event too. So the physical event starts at 12.
Sugar.
Hi, Hyacinth, we can hear you. How are you this morning? Hi, Maria. I saw your message as well, Maz, that you would prefer to keep your camera off. It's a preference to have it on now because we're recording. So thank you.
Hi.
Good morning.
I just washed my hair, so my hair is completely wet. Just give me a few minutes. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we prefer all cameras on now for going forward with online networking, just because we are recording. However, we're not going to force you or kick you off because you haven't. But yes, so welcome to Ladies Who Latte. It's all about women in business or women wanting to be in business, networking, building their network, because they say your networking is your net worth. So yes, I'm Marcia Brock. I run a project management company and a children's charitable organization. I'm a 5 cancer survivor and raise awareness for other health conditions called lupus and EDS that I have too. Yeah. Are you able to hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Oh, brilliant. Perfect. All right.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. All right. So what the thing to do is that we introduce ourselves. We give like a 1-minute elevator pitch where we say who we are. And then once that's finished, I will ask a question in the room, and everybody else is free to ask a question in the room too. Yeah?
Yeah, okay.
All right. And it's Dolores, isn't it?
Yes.
Dolores.
So I'm going to be first, am I?
You're going to be first. I'll go with
my elevator. I wasn't aware. Hi. My name's Dolores, and I'm the founder of a company called She Has Not Finished Yet. It's a social.
Sorry, 1 second. Can everybody else put their mics on mute if they're going to have noise in the background while someone's talking, please? Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm the founder of a new company called She Has Not Finished Yet. It's a social lifestyle community, international community for women. It's mainly for women who want to expand their social lifestyle or transform their social lifestyle, or women who just like to socialize as well as network, as you've said, on a social level and on a business level. So this organization has events in destinations around the world. For instance, the first event is scheduled to be in the UK at the Royal Ascot Ladies' Day. So it's social, but as well as the event surrounding the social interactions. So it's just for people to meet people and connect and collaborate, etc. I also write about women as well, relatable women, what they're doing with their lives, etc. I've just written or interviewed a lady. I've got a blog section. I interviewed a lady who specializes in helping parents with difficult teenagers. She's a teenager psychologist. So, I've written about her. There's another lady who suffers with, because you mentioned lupus, and there's another lady who suffers with rheumatoid arthritis, but one of her dreams was to travel the world, and she's traveling the world with the arthritis, the rheumatoid arthritis. I've interviewed her. So that's the kind of organization it is. And it is actually for women aged from 35 years upwards. But if any women want to come along to any of the events who are under 35, then they'll have to send me an email, and we can have a very brief consultation, or they can come along as a guest of one of the attendees. So I don't know if that's 1 minute. I haven't been checking. But that's it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Thank you.
It's very new. I started it during the pandemic. Nothing was happening, obviously. So this year, no, not this year, last year, I've just been trying to push to get it going.
That's me.
All right, well, thank you. Thank you for joining us for your first lady.
Yes.
So you told me earlier. So
Thank you.
welcome. So welcome all to the ladies. We've got a few ladies joining us now.
So I'm mute now.
We're doing our elevator pitches where we say who we are and what we do. And then after that, after everyone's done that, we will then do our question in the room. So when people were talking, if you could put your mic on mute, just so it's not too noisy, and I need to do that because it's noisy in the background. I think I'll start to do that first. So yeah, and next, I believe it was Maz who joined us second. So Maz, if you can do your elevator pitch, and I'm gonna put myself on mute now. Okay.
Yeah, apologies, Marcia. You know that I usually have the camera on, but as soon as you said record, I thought, oh gosh, the face isn't ready, haven't got the slap on, so apologies. So for those of you, I think I've met Maria before, but the other ladies I haven't. I am based in South London, and I am a mental wellbeing coach for ladies who are caregivers and for those who work in health and social care. So the reason for that is often we as women, we tend to give and give, whether it's to our children or to who it might be our elderly parents that we're looking after, or our patients, whoever it is. And we tend to put others' needs before ourselves. And that means that we're depleted, we're at risk of burnout. So I help those ladies to restore the self-care that they need so that they can, you know, pour from a place of abundance rather than pour from an empty vessel. So that's me. I'll put my details in the chat. I also do a series of workshops. It's Mental Health Month coming up in May. I do various workshops around goal setting, resilience, imposter syndrome. So feel free to attend them. They're all free. So nice to meet you all, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you, Maz. Thank you very much. So next we had Maria who joined us. Maria, please unmute and give us your elevator pitch and tell us who you are and what you do.
Hello, good morning, ladies. Thank you so much for accepting me. I would like to get in touch with the two ladies who already spoke up for different reasons. It resonates with me. My name is Maria. I have a very, how to say, mixed background from media, education, and visual arts. Currently, I came to UK, as you noticed the accent, I came to UK to study photography, which I did. I'm a published photographer, and I enjoy very, very much taking picture of people, portraits, headshots, models. And currently I do specialize in personal branding photography, or personal brand photography. If you don't know it, you can Google it. It's a long explanation. It's basically showing the person behind the brand. We all know this famous sentence that people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. And unless you're a rocket science or astronaut, there are chances that somebody else has a similar job in your area. So basically, I help, try to help professionals to show who they are, what they do, and how they are in real life. Feel free to contact me. I love every kind of photography, and except war and sport, in different moments of my life, I have touched every kind of photography, children photography, studio photo shots, outside portraits, now with the good weather. So that's it for now. And on totally another note, I have to tell you that years ago, I worked as tour manager in summer, and in Romania, our local guide is actually he's doing every possible day, trips to the border and takes immigrants. If you find any way that we can help him, because this is a reliable guy. He puts the receipts from what he has bought He puts the picture of people who arrive, they take the picture, and currently he even accepted with the same house he shared with his wife and his child, some family of Ukrainian immigrants. Any idea is welcome. I do know that you're very reserved about people who ask for money. That's why I'm not asking for money, just sharing the story. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for sharing, Maria. All right, now we're going to go to Hyacinth.
Oh, hi, Marcia. Sorry I had to disrupt coming in and out. I don't know what happened. My mic didn't connect. Hi, ladies. My name's Hyacinth. I am a life strategist and an empowerment coach and an author. And I really help women that have been through adversity. Just really women who've been through trauma, who've already worked with psychotherapists if they need it, and are on the last kind of steps of just really overcoming. So I just help them really, I suppose, return back to themselves so that they can stand up for their soul and find more freedom and happiness. My background's really community work for over 35 years. And I've been doing this work with women probably about 4, maybe 5 years now. Yeah, and that's my passion, but I also love to write and I love to do art, and I sell my jewelry as well. Yeah, so that's me. Thank you. Oh, I'll put the stuff in the chat as well.
Okay, and lastly, we've got Antique. If you do your elevator pitch, unmute and say who you are.
Hello, I am out shopping. I'm really sorry for interrupting like that because I didn't know that my mic was off. But hello, everybody. My name's Antique. I haven't actually got anything prepared, but I am a creative expressionist. I work with love to empower others. I work with a lot of female groups and young people. I do workshops, empowerment programs, creative expression, helping people to find and express their voice. And I'm also an artist. I work with like multimedia, and yeah, creativity is my thing. So that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Antique. Right, so as the theme always goes, we have a question in the room. Before I suggest a question, does anybody have a question that they would like to ask? Please let me know, unmute if you do, and ask away. Ooh, we got silence going on today.
What type of questions are we supposed to ask?
You can ask a women in business question. You can ask a women's personal question. Just remember it's recorded and it's going live. So it's not live, but it will be going to be shared. So whatever you're comfortable with, asking it and answering.
Okay, I have a question. So I've been thinking about rebranding and personal branding and branding in general. What would you say, in your opinion, is the best way to approach like communicating your brand and your brand message, and just personally or in a business way? Yeah, that would be my question.
So to get the question right, it's you want to know how best to do your personal branding as well as your business branding. Is that right?
Yeah, like, is there a difference? Should there be a difference? Should you separate them? You know, those types of things. And like, sometimes I'll get confused of how to work out, like, what is my brand? Like, what am I saying? What, do you know what I mean? It just gets a bit blurred sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, so in my experience, you definitely separate your business brand from your personal brand. However, your personal brand still has elements that you speak about and you share about your business because it's still personal to you. But for your business, I think it's very good to have a focus for that brand and focus on the mission that it has and the impact that it wants to create. So that's how I see the two differences. Yeah. So yeah, does anybody else have any response for Antique at all? I'm gonna put me on mute now. Unmute and you can give some.
Yes, I I can have a suggestion, although I'm not a pro with the business part of branding. I would say, sorry about the light, I would say that the clearer the message and the simple is, it's easier for people. I also tend to have different things, different stuff going on. And at the end, I decided to run two websites. In my case is photography. One is more oriented to companies, brands, etc., business to business, and the other is business to client, families, wedding, actors, models, etc. Yeah, that's I would say that if you are how to say, it depends where you want to place or to show your services. In one case, it should be more professional. In the other case, if it's to students individually, it may be more personal approach. How are you in your real life? How you treat kids, or how you treat your students? If you sell courses, or just stupid examples I'm giving, courses to company, how they can team up, etc. It should be more business approach. But that's my take. It's I'm not professional of branding. Yes, on the visual part, but I'm not a strategist. Thank you.
Can I? Is that okay? I because it's my first time with you, I don't know how you get to the next person. Do I put my hand up, or that's okay?
Just unmuting is fine. Yeah, everybody else.
Okay, fine. Okay. Yeah, so what I was going to say to Antique is you know, I'm no expert either, but what I'm going to tell Antique is what I've learned, because I used to work in the global banks. And I remember going on a training course, and that was also about personal branding as well. And they were saying that, you know, they were getting all these logos, you know, the Volkswagen logo and the Mercedes logo and the Rolls-Royce logo. We didn't know what they were going to do at the beginning. And then when they got all those logos out and some more, BMW as well, and they asked us to give an opinion of each logo. And it was very, very interesting because every single person knew what every logo represented. So one of the things is to have a really good logo, number one. And the other thing is that we all had to say what we knew about those organizations. So we knew that, you know, most of the cars were prestigious cars, but Rolls-Royce was the creme de la creme out of all those logos. So you have to be recognized by whether you're providing a creme de la creme service or a prestigious service or a standard service or just a daily ordinary standard service. And then the other thing that I learned was that your actual business brand actually does interconnect with your personal brand, because you, as I mean, you know, that's what they were teaching us, because you are your brand. You know, when you go to an event, you as a personal person, you're representing your brand. So you don't turn up at the event, you know, being very rude and being abrupt and not really matching what your brand represents. So they're saying that you as a person must represent your brand personally, even in your private life. And I can remember when I was on Instagram and there was a man complaining in his car. He was doing a drive, you know, when they do those drive talks. And he was saying, I don't know if you've heard of the organization, I won't mention it. And he was saying that somebody asked him a question and the person was very rude about it. And he was about to go into a real complaint. And then he said, I'm stopping myself because I need to protect my personal brand. But what I really want to say, okay, so that's what I understand about the personal brand and the business brand interlinking. Yeah, that's it. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do that with my business now, just trying to, you know, represent.
Thank you very much. Does anybody else have any tips for Antique at all?
Yeah, some of the things I was going to say, because I've actually just finished doing this, but I must say I've finished doing it with a specialist. I was doing it myself for the last how many years, and I still wasn't representing myself. And I must say she's been great. So But if you're not going to work with someone specifically who's actually trained in helping you actually get all of the stuff out, then I'd say the first thing to actually is find out your top 5 values and how they're being represented in your business. And like Dolores was saying, your top 5 personal values actually, and how they integrate with your business, and just making sure you've got 2 decent bios, a shorter one and a longer one, which is usually the same. You'll find people use the same one for the website. It's actually the longer one, which is your brand story. And actually, I used to think, all right, I've got decent bios, but there was nothing, nobody kind of knew why I was doing what I do, why I'm just not another empowerment coach, because obviously all of this stuff is in the story. So now that I've built the brand story, I'm just like, now I can really see, I feel like I'm clearer with what I'm going to post about as well. So I'd just say, yeah, just really think about your long and your short brand story and your top 5 values and how you can be incorporating them into your website, into your posts. And if that is how you are, they will always come out anyway. It's just kind of being more aware.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Hyacinth, about actually, if you can, sort of enrolling with an actual course on branding, or getting a coach, a business coach or a specialist that can help you with your branding. If you're very, very new to it and not really sure what steps to make or moves to make.
So Antique, oh, Maria, yep.
Just an unrelated question. Do we have access to all the recording and the information, or you have to save it? Because I'm on a phone and I'm not really very accustomed to use Zoom on a phone.
Oh, so the recording is going to get uploaded to our YouTube page. So we can
Okay.
share it with you.
Thank you.
That's no problem.
Thank you.
Antique. Oops, sorry, I muted myself. Antique, has that been helpful at all?
Yes, it's been very, very, very helpful. And I'm definitely going to take on some of the, I feel like I'm kind of on the sort of same vibe. And yeah, but I'm definitely going to take in a lot of what everyone's saying. I've been taking notes. Thank you so much.
Okay, because you know what, can I just add, when you're interlinking your personal brand with your business brand, say for instance, you sort of went out and you committed a crime, and we've seen it happen to so many people, businesses, as soon as you do something really wrong and you end up in court or whatever, and that was something that you did personally, it automatically affects your business brand as well. And then you've got clients actually cancelling on you. So that's what they were saying about even in your personal life, if you're gonna, have problems out there personally, it will affect your business as well. So.
Yeah, I totally understand that, because I realized that how I generate business is people to people, and word of mouth. People see my personality, or they hear something about what I've done, or they just interact with me, and then they want to book me for more things. And even the other day, yesterday, someone was like, oh, I'd like to book you for an event. And because I'm not able to make it, I was like, oh, I can recommend someone else. She's like, no, I want you. So, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I definitely believe there's a lot of element of how I am that people gravitate to about me personally, and then everything else as well. So, yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
So with that, is there any other questions anybody wants to be answered in the room?
I would just like to know, how does one build up their clientele? I know it's going on social media, and I know it's, networking. you know, because I was speaking to somebody last week and he wanted me to pay a lot of money to do a lot of Instagram posts. And I said, it's too much money and I can't just sit on Instagram, you know. To me, Instagram, I know I'm going to use that word, saturated, but I just don't want to concentrate on Instagram alone. And somebody was saying that I need to get some PR and possibly be invited onto a podcast or, you know, somebody writing about me in a blog or me, you know, that sort of thing. So I was going to ask all of you ladies if you know of any good podcasting or whatever, so that I can approach them, or any media, you know. And I know there are some small radio stations. When I say small, they still have a wide listener list. But when I actually study, when I say study, when I watch anything, I notice that a lot of people can get a hell of a lot of leverage, mainly on the PR, even if you're just going to, you know, a hell of a lot. And it's knowing the people and making the contacts, because business as well is all about the contacts as well, and getting the contacts in order to help you to take that step, the steps, baby steps to get you to, you know, a magazine or a podcast or whatever, you know. So I was just wondering, you know, because I'm on LinkedIn and the usual Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And although I can generate interest, I would like some of those interests to, you know, convert. It's not a nice word to use, but I'd like them to convert as customers and clients, and so that I can start a nice membership and, you know, thing going, and a community going for women. So that's my question. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, I know. I heard Marcia. I could mount. She's picking me, aren't you, Marcia? I know. I saw your lips. Yeah, I put my hand down originally because you asked several questions, but I'll answer the first part because no, I don't know any. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know any podcasts or specialists within that. But I would say the key thing is about. So where are the people that you serve? Because yeah, people always give you advice, yeah, you want to be on all of them, and it's like, no, you don't. You only need to be where your particular women are. So they might not be on Instagram, they might not, and then in which case you'll be wasting time. So yeah, wherever they are, focus on those areas before you then expand. And you know, it's just essentially marketing is just, you know, putting the message out there, and those who are your ideal clients will connect because you're speaking to them and you are where they are, because otherwise all your efforts will sort of be in vain. So that's the key thing. But just remind me, Dolores, what kind of women are we talking about that you're looking for? Okay,
yes, I was saying it's women from the age of 35 who want to do something different. For instance, I travel a lot. And I've got friends who will say to me, well, my kids have grown up, they've left home, I want to do something different, I'll come traveling with you. You know, women who unfortunately have divorced or whatever, and they just want to do something different. I actually met a lady on the train one day when I was going home late one night, and we started talking, and she said that she was just returning from a social night that she found on the internet with women, and she said that she didn't particularly enjoy herself and she didn't find them friendly. And she said that her husband, she was just recently widowed, and she went everywhere and did everything with her husband, so she didn't build up a female social base, you know. So she said she just had to you know, go to little events, and unfortunately by the time the train got to my stop, I hadn't exchanged my details. So there are women out there looking for decent social activities, and they want to make new friends and so on. And you know, people's lives change, and you know, their friends change and circumstances change, and they just want to travel, especially the ones who are afraid of traveling alone. Those are the women I'm looking for.
Right, I hear you. So in a nutshell, so yeah, those ladies, so wherever they are, but yeah, it's all in the messaging as well, because some people don't know what they're looking for. So they might think, oh, that sounds really good, because what you're saying sounds good to me. Yeah, I'd love to travel, meet some. But yeah, it's how the message is conveyed. And also, so where are you visible? You know, meetup groups are excellent for things like that. If you start a meetup group, because lots of people will gravitate because they're seeking that very thing that you're promoting. But as for podcasts, I'm not sure, perhaps the other ladies can advise. I'm not sure, but I'd just say, first of all, go where they are and serve them. And also networking drills. Keep your networking now. This is great. You'll get contacts, you'll get links. Because I've been on a few podcasts, so I'm with, like, you know, I go to FSB meetings, I go to various other, and you meet all sorts of people who can connect you. So that would also probably be useful.
Is that the Federation of Small Business, FSB?
Yes, that's yeah.
But there's many others. Do you go to any of the trading?
No.
The trading. Oh, okay.
I just go to what suits me. I go to networking in Texas, in Canada, all over the place, and it's been very useful for me.
Right. Okay. Because I do want to have a social event where I do get a coach as well, who can give a couple of sessions at the event, you know. But yeah, at the moment, I'm looking for the right client.
Look there, Dolores, there's a few of us on here who are coaches, and so look, there you go.
I noticed. I've got all the details. So I've copied and pasted them all.
That's why you have one-to-ones with people, and you get to know, and they can refer you to people who know, and so the cycle continues. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Anyone else? I better shut up now. I'm talking too much.
No, I want you. No, I'm glad, Maz, because I felt like I was the one, and I'm the new one.
No, but I can see Antique's hand up. I see beautiful Antique. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So hi, Dolores. I was going to say to you, I know you're not really a big fan of like the Instagram and stuff like that, but I can tell you, oh, it's hot, from personal experience, like I have made direct connections with lots of people on the Instagram inboxes, like just inboxing them, you know, what I've got going on, or just speaking to them and saying to them, I really love what you're doing on your page and your profile looks amazing. I'd love to collaborate one day. And people have said, yeah, let's go. You know, some people, well, actually, some people won't say yeah, but I've never experienced that, to be honest with you. I think that Instagram is a good tool and it's a really good way to connect with people directly. But not obviously straight away. I think if you actually find genuine people that you're interested in, like say, for example, podcasts or their platform or something like that, what they're doing that you like, that connects with what you're doing, and you genuinely support them and comment on their page, you know, not just to say, oh, I like it because you're trying to connect, because you genuinely love what they're doing, and you're sharing in that way. They will check you out and you can check them out, and you can build like connections and work on the communication and the relationship, and then, you know, eventually connect like that. And a lot of podcasts and media personnel, they're always looking for people to interview, to talk about their work, to talk about who they are. So I don't think you'd really have a problem. I think that you should definitely use Instagram as a tool. And what's really good about Instagram and other platforms is if you put a hashtag in that relates to yourself or your business or what you're looking for, you know, lots of different pages can come up, and, you know, just have a look and follow a couple of them that you're interested in, start to connect with them. That's good for every platform. Another thing that's really good that I find with Instagram is like, just jump on a live and be like, hi guys, how are you? Or ladies, or whatever. You know, I am such and such, and, you know, tell them a bit about you, because not everyone's going to know who you are and what you do. And like, you know, maybe talk about something that you find interesting that, you know, they will, and people will come. Maybe there'll be 1 or 2 people on your first live. Then after a while, you'll build up, you know, more connections. You might do it like once a month or once a week, you know. like start, that's what I would do, just to kind of like build connections with people and communicate, you know, about myself a bit more. It is time consuming sometimes, so I think just work out what you can do, you know, like I always post on my status, and I always post on my status. So I have an EP that I'm releasing soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and in aid of that, I've decided to share a bit more about me and put a bit of the music in the background. And, you know, I'm just making a CMOS smoothie, or I'm in my sauna, and like...
Yeah, I do things like that. I actually do things like that. I was going to the gym the other day and I made myself a green juice. You know, I put all the leaves in and the water, and I did that. And then when I was in the gym, I actually I filmed a little bit of the exercise, because that's my way of telling people, you know, to just take.
We have 2 minutes left, and the video will end, okay?
Well,
and the Zoom.
I'll contact you, Antique, on the Instagram, and we can carry on from there, if that's all right with you.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Sorry, Marcia.
No apologies. It's all about networking and connecting. So absolutely no apologies. Absolutely fine. I hope everybody got to connect with people that they want to, as well as everybody actually connecting, because that's what the networking is all about. And sharing and helping. That's what we like to see, the impact of coming to these networking events. And I do hope everybody does get to connect. And I'm going to be eating my breakfast here. I'm very happy. I collected my plate of food.
Nice.
So anybody who wants to join on the physical networking, we're currently at the Hilton this month. I'll probably come back next month as well, before I find another venue, and keep on touring London Bridge. So our physical networking starts at 11. So we've got less than a minute to go on Zoom, so I can eat some food and then connect with everybody else physically. Yeah?
Jono request. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anything else you need to know, you can email. You've got RDLs now because you've registered. So it's London Bridge Ladies Who Latte at gmail.com. Yeah?
Thank you.
No worries. All right, have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you for connecting.
Bye. 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 Bye.